In this explanation, we will explore Archimedes' principle using the example of a ship floating in water. Archimedes' principle states that the buoyant force acting on an object submerged in a fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the object. We'll see how this principle helps us understand why the ship, denser than water, can still float and remain stable. Welcome to SciLaws Hub YouTube channel. Imagine a massive ship floating majestically on the ocean's surface. At first glance, it might seem puzzling how such a heavy and dense structure can stay afloat. The answer lies in Archimedes' principle, a fundamental concept in fluid mechanics. Archimedes' principle tells us that when an object is immersed in a fluid, such as water, it displaces a volume of the fluid equal to its own volume. As a result, the fluid exerts an upward force on the object, known as the buoyant force. This buoyant force counteracts the force of gravity pulling the object downward. Let's apply this principle to our ship example. The ship's massive hull displaces a considerable amount of water. As a result, the water exerts an upward buoyant force on the ship, trying to lift it. Now, if the ship were less dense than water, it would float effortlessly since the buoyant force would be greater than its own weight. However, in reality, the ship's materials and cargo make it denser than water. This raises the question, why doesn't the ship sink like a stone? Here's the crucial point. For the ship to float, the weight of the water displaced, buoyant force, must be equal to or greater than the ship's weight. If the ship's weight is less than or equal to the weight of the water it displaces, it will experience an upward force greater than the downward force of gravity, allowing it to float and remain stable. In conclusion, Archimedes' principle explains why the seemingly heavy ship can stay afloat. Its massive hull displaces enough water to generate a buoyant force greater than its weight, keeping it buoyant on the ocean's surface. This principle is not just confined to ships. It governs the behavior of all objects submerged in fluids and has significant applications in engineering, marine design, and various other fields. Join us in exploring the wonders of science's laws. Subscribe and support our journey of discovery. Thank you for being a part of the SciLaws Hub community. We value your input. Please take a moment to share your opinions and suggest topics for future videos through our audience feedback and topic request form. Your feedback helps us shape our content and cater to your interests. Let's continue this scientific adventure together.